Bears fans, very quickly before we hop into today's video, the vast majority of people who watch the videos on the channel are not subscribed. So if you are a Bears fan and if you enjoy the Chicago Bears content that we make on the channel, I would really appreciate it if you guys would consider subscribing. With your help, we can build this channel up and it can become a big community of fellow Bears fans. Thanks guys, and enjoy the video. The Chicago Bears offseason rumor report is in full swing right now. I went onto Twitter this morning and I was just flooded with Russell Wilson rumors. Apparently Russell Wilson all of a sudden just loves the Chicago Bears. He loves the offensive mind of Matt Nagy. He likes the emerging offensive line, and he loves the big market that Chicago is. Past that, apparently the Bears have offered the most for Deshaun Watson right now to the Texans. Apparently they're just offering loads, and no team has came close to offering what the Bears have offered. So we're all in on that. But before the Bears can make a huge splash in free agency and get the quarterback that we all want, the Bears seriously need to look at restructuring contracts to create the cap space. And it looks like Ryan Pace is doing that right now. So according to Jeremy Fowler of ESPN, the Bears are looking at multiple potential contract restructures, with center Cody Whitehair and safety Eddie Jackson among the top candidates. These would be simple restructures to create cap space before the new league year. So Cody Whitehair, he signed a 5-year, $51.25 million contract in September of 2019, while Eddie Jackson signed a 4-year, $58.4 million deal in January 2020. Eddie Jackson was the highest paid safety in the league at that time when he signed that contract. So as things stand at the moment, Eddie Jackson carries a cap hit of $11.45 million for 2021, while Whitehair carries a cap hit of $9.6 million for 2021. They're substantial cap hits. Now, as much shit as we give Ryan Pace, which, for good reason, he is no stranger to restructuring contracts to create cap space. He's already done it with Cody Whitehair before, and he's also done it with Khalil Mack. He's done it with Kyle Fuller, Eddie Goldman, and he even restructured Nick Foles. He's done it with multiple players before. So here's how this article lays it out. Here's how it would work, okay? The Bears convert a portion of a player's base salary into a signing bonus. For salary cap purposes, that signing bonus is spread evenly over the course of the contract. Players benefit too, by the way, because they receive all of that money in one lump sum, despite the fact that the NFL accounts for it over several years. So, for example, let's say a player's under contract and they have a base salary of $50 million for the upcoming season. A team could take $10 million of that base salary, convert it to a signing bonus. The player then receives that full $10 million up front, which is pretty nice. The team gets to spread that money over the 5 years. Then that player only has a cap hit of $7 million for that upcoming season, rather than $15 million, which was the original cap hit. So while this can create a tighter cap crunch down the road, that really doesn't matter. The Bears are in complete win now mode, and in the short term, this gives Ryan Pace the flexibility to add that big name free agent, that franchise quarterback that everybody wants. So these cap restructures honestly can be the difference between adding that franchise quarterback or not. It's very likely that this is going to happen. As I laid out, it kind of does benefit the players. I mean, the players get just a fat stack of cash, so they probably wouldn't be opposed to restructuring the contract. They still get all of that money. But the Bears then would be able to, spread out the payments and get a bit of cap space to get the free agent that they want right now. These cap restructures need to happen. Buster Skrine, he was cut a couple of days ago for cap reasons. There's a lot of talk about Jimmy Graham being seriously restructured or cut for cap reasons, but there needs to be a little bit more wiggle room past that. So Eddie Jackson, Cody Whitehair, if we can restructure these contracts effectively, that would give so much extra cap space that the Bears need to get that that franchise quarterback that we all want. According to Over the Cap, the Bears are currently $4 million over the projected $180.5 million cap as of right now. So these restructures need to happen. We'll see how it works. Hopefully it doesn't take too long. This needs to be done as soon as possible so the Bears can go and get that quarterback. We'll see how it works. We'll see how the contracts are restructured. But this is honestly the most important thing for the Bears to be doing and Ryan Pace to be doing right now.